In this next episode, you go to Chicago. Have you shot in Chicago before?
A number of times, but Chicago, you know, it's a kind of place. It's a big city, very multi-dimensional. It bears further investigation. You know, I love a good saloon, and we wanted to build the whole show around one saloon in Chicago's Old Town called the Old Town Tavern, and a Greek chorus of longtime regulars at the bar, sort of typical Chicagoans with all attitudes that they know they come from a great city, and there is something I've always loved about the city. It's got a very working class attitude. It's you know, no bull. They have a very low tolerance for any kind of nonsense or pretense or putting on airs. It's a great food town. But this show is more about sort of the character of Chicago.
What is this?
I think you were like a flop sweat. Good?
Well, I don't know. I guess it's like grass.
Sell it. It's like, well, it tastes really healthy to me, Anderson.
Really? I think I'm gonna have some more bread. Chicago's been so much in the news lately because of violence there. Is that something you?
Well, it's something we talk about. It's something we address. I think it's, you know, some ridiculous amount of murders last year. It's something we asked Chicagoans again and again. Nobody seemed particularly alarmed, which is weird.
I mean, there's so many different Chicagos people see. If you can go to the touristy part, and the south side of Chicago seems like another world.
I mean, the differences between neighborhoods is often as extreme as the difference between, you know, baseball teams, which is a big deal, which team you're for. If you're a White Sox fan or a Cubs fan, it is a violent, not violent, but an extreme difference in attitudes. I mean, there's real hate there.
What about food in Chicago? Did you?
Look, it's a big town with a lot of people from other places, so of course that's always good for food. It's a meat-eating, two-fisted drinking town. But they've got a lot of very creative high-end chefs as well. Look, it's a big city with a lot of rich, middle class, and poor, and there are food for all of those needs. We didn't do any high-end food for this. This is more about what regular people eat.
Did anything surprise you about Chicago?
I'm always surprised by Chicago. How just no nonsense they are. How they kind of take things as they are. Again, I think the total lack of bull in Chicago is something that I'm always impressed by.